Hey, folks. Tie-Dye Man here with another brew review. And today I've got a Heretic Tangerine Tornado. And this is a blonde ale with tangerine and checks in with alcohol of 9.0% by volume. Alrighty. It's brewed by Heretic Brewing Company in Fairfield, California. Okay, I poured it in my glass, and here's something very unusual. It's like very orangey looking, but also there seems to be like a whole bunch of little particles of yeasty stuff or pulp or whatever, and it's just like circulating in the glass, like it's just going crazy in there. Anyway, and then it's got some like orangey kind of looking stuff like on the top of the foam. So here goes. I've never tried this before. What do we got going on with the audio here? Is it doubled up here? Let's mute this one. Is that muted all? No, okay, that's good. Okay. We don't want doubled audio. We just want normal, regular. Okay. Clink. And once again, I'd like to thank my son for providing the beer, which he bought, and
haven't tried it.
Haven't tried it. So here we go.
It's very light on the flavor.
It's got a real citrusy smell to it.
Very citrusy flavor.
It's definitely tangerine.
It's very smooth. No notes of bitterness as far as I can tell.
Well, it's got a little bit of bitter.
Not too much. I would say
it is on the sweet side, but there's also a sour component. Definitely.
Like a tart kind of a component to it, maybe just a little tart.
Quite a bit of tart, if you ask me.
It's not necessarily bitter, if you ask. It's more tart than bitter.
You're a bit of a tart, if you ask me.
What?
What?
Cold.
I'm live on it, doing a brew. It's cold. Yes, it is. That's why I have my sweatshirt on and I closed the window.
And the noise
Why don't you
upstairs.
Eat some ice cream. That'll warm you up.
The noise upstairs. that's kind of why I drink. No, not really.
What's the poor excuse?
How's that fire doing?
It's fiery, probably still.
Your review.
Okay.
Can you
I'll
let
be done
me
in a
know
few
how
minutes.
the fire looks?
Okay.
Can you let me know how
I have
the
to drink the
looks?
beer. That's the thing.
It was an extremely large fire. I'm sure it's fine.
Just tell them if it's flamey or not. Man, that's really definitely got a lot of tangerine flavor. And it's got a lot of yeasty or pulpy, floaty things, whatever they are.
It's an unfiltered. It's never pasteurized. It says no shortcuts. Always brewed and packaged only by Heretic Brewing Co., Fairfield, California. So this is a local to our state beverage.
I think it's definitely got bitter notes to it. I mean, almost like it's got the peel from the tangerine in there.
I'm gonna say the peel from the tangerine is noticeable. I'm pretty sure that's what's floating around, as as well as other components of it. But
Sweet and sour.
it's not overly sweet and it's not overly sour.
It's kind of in the middle.
It's I would kind of
It's a little.
say
It's like almost like it's not overly sweet at all. It's like more on the. It's like it's almost like dry and sour rather than sweet and sour.
it's not overly zesty either. Like some of the stuff that I've had that was orange or tangerine was pretty zesty. This is not overly zesty. You can tell it's like citrus, but
You can definitely really smell the yeast in it too. So it's got kind of a strong yeasty flavor. It's yeasty and
it's
citrusy, and
it's different.
it's very different. I'm not sure if how much I like it. I'm gonna give it like a. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would drink this repeatedly or purposely again.
I'm gonna tell you right now that
It's definitely not on my list of favorites.
I'm probably gonna give it
It's all
about
right. It's all right.
maybe about a 6. You know, if it was in a can, I mean, if it wasn't in a can, if it was in a bottle, it would probably be a little bit better. But
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go that high on it. Maybe I'm thinking more like about a. I'm trying to scale it on
okay,
against the
So-
beers that I like. And
I would say
and what I would think would be like
if you like something like the Bud Orange, something like that. This is kind of sort of reminiscent of that, but about 4 or 5 times as better, as that. The Bud Orange has a little too much lack in strength and
what
flavor.
Bud Orange.
Yes,
Never tried
that
it.
that would probably come in on my scale at probably about a 3. And Budweiser to me would be a -5.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, Budweiser products usually fall in the negative numbers for me.
Okay, so me giving this a 6 basically means it's about twice as good as a Bud Orange, that's
Well,
not really that great of a rating.
Me never having tried a Bud
But-
Orange. This is very citrusy, very tangerine.
It's something that for the price that I paid, I'm not entirely pissed off and mad.
Well, it doesn't seem. Did they call this an ale? Yes, it
It's
says
a blonde ale.
Blonde ale.
Hang on.
It almost tastes more like one of those malt beverages or something. It doesn't taste very much like an ale or The tangerine is definitely the dominant flavor. I'm gonna give it about a 5.2.
Go get one.
Once again, my only rule during a brew review is that I must consume the entire beer. And I gotta say that I'm finding that to be a challenge in this case. But I will persevere. I think what would help this out is if I took a shot of tequila.
I think if it was a really hot day and you wanted something kind of refreshing, with a little citrusy, but not so heavy and dark like oatmeal beer or something like that, or like if you weren't wanting like an imperial stout or something like that, or even an IPA, if you just wanted like a blonde ale, this is not that bad. It almost
worked.
kind of reminds me of like almost like a brown ale sort of. but a little less on the malty side. Because brown ales are a little more malty than this. This has got a little bit of that sort of like I don't really think I would probably end up buying this one again if it was in a bar and it was like $6 for a glass. I definitely wouldn't buy it.
I would definitely not order this if I had to pay $6 a glass.
And as far as that, yes, please go. One. If I had, the option
Almost done.
of drinking this or Bud Light Orange, I would probably choose this. So, yes, I have drank the cheap
That's
beers.
not saying much.
I have drank the really expensive beers. This lies somewhere in the middle. So,
I obeyed my one rule of the brew review, and that is I have finished the entire brew, and now I must call an end to the review and bid you adieu.
have a good one.
Yes, have a good day and have a good beer.